Hello human beings, I am crazylegsjan and welcome back to VR in a Wheelchair. Today we're reviewing a game called The Last Clockwinder. The Last Clockwinder is a puzzle kind of game, where you have to solve puzzles by throwing fruit and other stuff into a specific thing to store it. The game starts with a short introduction to how you program your helpers, or gardeners as they call them in the game. The premise of the game is that you have a friend, foster mom I would say, that is the clockwinder in this big tree, but she wants to be the last clockwinder. Out of nowhere she disappears and no one has heard from her since. Because no one is taking care of the process in the tree, then it doesn't pump the water around that it sits in, so now the island and the tree is sinking. Our job is to make it automated and prevent it from sinking. There is no right or wrong way to do the task in The Last Clockwinder. You can make the tasks super complex from start to end, or you can try and make it super simple, which I found very fun because the chances of having the same solution to a puzzle isn't that large. You press the bottom button on the right Oculus controller to start a recording. Then you do what you want to do before the timer, 2 seconds, runs out. And then the robot that spawns mimics the movement you did. If you want to remove the robot, you click the top button on the right controller. If you want to cancel a recording while recording, you press the top button too. You later get the options to change the seconds of how long the robot records, from 1 to 4 seconds. The game doesn't have any settings for how you move around, so you're stuck with a teleportation system, which I hate so much because if you can't move around physically, then teleportation is extremely tedious to use to position you correctly, which is very obvious in the video, especially when I try to go to a new location. I would really love to have the option to change to locomotion, as I also feel the game would benefit from it. In some maps, you will also find what reminds me of an old punch card for PC. Those cards unlock new locations for you to visit, but each location will cost you some amount of a specific fruit. There is also some actions inside the map that cost some amount of a specific fruit.
What's this one? Ah! Did that fruit...
In the maps, there is tape recorders that will tell you the story of how the clockwinder works and what your relation to the clockwinder is.
Energetic.
It's an interesting story and the voice acting is great, as all the lines are spoken clearly.
Oh, you don't know half of what this place can do.
How did they grow their fruits before?
And you're not in doubt
Nothing out there.
on what is being said.
Wait, how did they grow the tree?
And what makes you think they grew the tree here?
The character we play as is what I would guess is an orphan.
2 weeks.
We try to get to a specific planet by hiding in a box.
Going to Navoco.
They get shipped
Fine.
to the big tree,
Voco, we're
where we meet the last clockwinder.
here.
I want to stay,
You've been here 6 months, Jules.
but I do all your dishes.
No.
And the tape that is all around the inside of the tree tells us the story on how she raised us.
Project? Your frog-ject?
That's not... we're not calling it that.
Could you use an extra pair of hands? I can go to Navoco on the next supply ship.
Fine.
While you do the puzzles and search for the clockwinder, your partner calls you every now and then,
Figure out how to get
where you will have to go to the porch and turn on the microphone to start the conversation.
frog on the pump, but close enough.
I'd have thought the clock would have been the pump. You know, given it was the clockwinder's job and all.
Yeah, that always bugged me.
These conversations seems like a filler for now,
Oh.
but maybe it will make sense later on in the game.
Fine. You know you can talk to me.
I said it's fine. No one likes to hear how whiny they sounded as a kid is all.
Oh, you've been listening to those old recordings.
Yes, I'm amazed she kept them around. Okay, I have missed this place. A lot. I was here for, what, 4 years? And then, well, you know how things ended. I just hope we're not too late.
Well then hop to it, my little tadpole.
Ugh.
Go see if you can coax some life back into your froggy friend, and maybe he'll oblige in getting that water pumped out.
The Last Clockwinder is sparse on the settings. You can see your save games and delete them if needed. You can adjust audio settings, and you can adjust your height and your dominant hand, and add subtitles in 2 different sizes. The Last Clockwinder is playable as a wheelchair user, if you have the ability to move your arms without any problems. Throwing the fruit was the way for me, but I guess you could also make 1,000 robots to just hand the fruit to the next robot and so on. The game is only on the Oculus Quest 2 for $25.99, and if you ask me, it's worth all the money. I really enjoy puzzle games, though this isn't the typical puzzle game. If you feel like I'm missing something, or could have done something differently, then leave a comment and remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to check out this video here, where I'm reviewing Wanderer.